Hello, and welcome to Iacon Underground Radio for the week of May the 11th, 2016. I'm Jen.
I'm Alex.
And I'm David.
And this week, we have returned. I was not terribly well last week, but I'm doing a little better this week. Hooray! Hooray, modern medicine! So, we've got 2 weeks of very little news to talk about, and no comics to talk about. And then...
Well, we do have some comics to talk about, just not necessarily recent ones.
Yes, we are taking this chance to talk to our friend Rob from Stasis Pod, who is the one among us who has been reading the Transformers vs. G.I. Joe comic. So with that coming to an end soon, we'll have him giving us a little recap of that.
And then hopefully talk to him again once it is actually over.
Yes.
Yep. Kind of get a post-mortem in front of him.
Alas.
Have him give his pitch of why we should go back and read this thing that, in all honesty, I've probably been pitched on often enough that I'm already convinced I probably should go back and give it another shot. But
yeah, when
anyway.
a nice trade comes out with all of it.
Yes. Knowing IDW like a big hardcover $75 trade.
Yeah.
That comes in a $150 limited edition with a slipcase and like some printed with a little bit of Tom Scioli's blood. like that old Kiss comic.
No, don't give Scioli that idea. He'd do it.
He'd overdo it. He'd insist that there be at least one issue printed where the entire M channel on the printing press was actually his blood.
Yeah. That seems like, you know, he likes the retro comic sort of thing. So
he likes the retro comics, and he thinks anything worth doing is worth overdoing.
Yes.
Anywho.
However, so yes, I'm not gonna say that if you go out and buy a bunch of the hardcovers and limited editions, they'll bring it back, but at least you'll have that. No one can take that away from you.
Yeah. Well,
legally.
So, yeah, legally.
We got a new Wrecker series because that sold like gangbusters in multiple formats.
Yeah, I mean that was really great. Yeah, it's not like MMORPGs where they can take it away from you forever. And then they can sue you if you try to bring it back. Okay.
Not in our purview.
Welcome to Iacon Underground Radio, the World of Warcraft podcast.
Yeah. So, we have had some various toy leaks at this point, I suppose. They're not officially released toy stuff, but who even knows at this point? Like,
well, some of it is apparently official, the in-package ones.
And there's some Japanese stuff, which is probably official.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, I'd have to ask
enough.
someone who knows Japanese.
It was tweeted by a designer at Takara Tomy.
Well, there you go. That's about as official as you get. As long as they were using their real name.
They were.
And not under a pseudonym.
No, it's the old
That's a leak.
the guy who has lots of pictures and lots of toys.
Ah, yes. So, the most exciting of them is that we have now seen the upcoming Hot Rod toy. Or is he just going to be Rodimus, or Rodimus Major, or...
well, that one is...
Autobot Hot Rod.
That one is purely just a deco leak of, like, putting the colors on the toy, so it doesn't actually say his name, but he's more Hot Rod shaped, like the original toy and the Classics one, which... Actually, it looks like the Classics one done slightly better with better joints, as opposed to boxier and stumpier.
Some slight IDW influences. He's got the taller shoulders, at least.
Yeah, and like the belly is more like the IDW Rodimus. The legs are... who knows? They look neat.
If they go back to doing pack-in comics, he'd probably be called Rodimus on the toy packaging somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, really the best way to find out if you're that interested, go tweet Monzo and ask him what the current trademark registrations for Hot Rodish characters are.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Though I suppose that would be the one ideal outcome of a Hasbro Mattel merger, is that Hasbro could then have the legal right to call a toy Hot Rod. Because that's the big thing. Because that's a big Mattel copyright.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so he'll probably just be Rodimus, which is kind of a better name than Hot Rod.
What? It's terrible. I mean, I love him, but it's a terrible name.
Yeah, but it's more of a Transformers-y name. It's something glued to a Latin word. Or Latin pretending to be word.
Yeah, but it's just Hot Rod tucked to that. Anyway, so his vehicle mode is very G1-ish, though.
Yeah.
So
it's less of a gigantic wedge than the G1 was.
Yeah.
The G1 one was, but it seems like if you took that concept and redid it in, say, 1997 concept car language instead of 1977 concept car language.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the original toy was based
that.
upon, what the heck was that car he was? It was like a weird limited production thingy.
Yeah, and I sadly do not remember the name of it offhand, but yeah,
you
he was
should.
based on the concept card. I know! Look, remembering things is not my thing. I'm like Chrome Dome. I've started just burning out the memories at this point. They're just gone.
Yeah, but it's more of a modernish take on that old car kind of, it's Hot Rod, whatever.
Yeah, it's a very G1 inspired Hot Rod. And I notice, unlike the recent Combiner Wars Legends one, they got the most important detail right, which is that he has flames on his chest.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh, I found it. He's based on the Japanese Dome Zero supercar.
Ooh.
Oh, that's why I couldn't remember it. It was so basic of a name. It's a dome. But yeah, he's got flames on his chest. He's more Rodimus-y shaped.
Like, I seriously hesitated on buying that Combiner Wars one because he didn't have flames on his chest.
Well, that was part of it, and also
he
was a tiny little guy that became somebody's chest plate. It's like, Rodimus should be bigger. To be perfectly honest, I like a Rodimus who was like somewhere between Voyager and Deluxe size, because that's kind of the size he is in the comics.
Yeah,
Cloud Rodimus seems like he'd be a really good fill-in for trying to keep scale slightly Lost Light shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame it's like worth $1 million.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh well. So that's pretty exciting.
Being a Titans Returns Deluxe, he does have a head that turns into a little dude.
Yay!
Yes. Who will the little dude be? We don't know.
You know, some little dude. I do wonder if that is going to affect in any way the possibility of Hasbro. We know that they're doing, they are acknowledging the 30th anniversary of the movie. And I've been thinking that, combined with the fact that he's not really a real car, might mean that Hasbro might release the Masterpiece toy over here, even just as a Toys R Us exclusive, as they've done some of the others.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I wonder if they would consider there being, a deluxe or whatever they're called now on the shelf of the same character and a fairly similar design, if they would count that against that, or if that just wouldn't matter because it's a different market.
Maybe different, who knows. I just want my monkey Masterpiece. Any other Masterpiece toy, it's like, no, just give me the Primal.
They don't have to license a gorilla. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like
I feel
doing
like it
the
wouldn't matter because it would be different price points, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really feel like anybody who's going to buy the Masterpiece is not going to then turn around and say, but I don't need the other one. No, they're gonna buy both. That's your person who's gonna buy both. So I guess we'll see. I don't know how they're doing with the Masterpiece stuff, like how successful those have been. So I guess it'll depend. there have also been, you can really just go online, there's so many pictures popping up of Titan's Returns and the Legends, which I guess is the continuing Japanese equivalent, which is, that's the like smaller price point stuff here, and now it's just they're crossing the streams, and it's confusing. And
I think it's not referring to the deluxes he has interacting with them in the pictures there, but the little guys he's interacting with.
Oh,
okay.
Right, their little vehicle gun thingies. Yeah. Could be.
Okay, so we are continuing the fine tradition of most size class names not making any sense or relating to anything.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You know, Legends. I mean, the original Legends tended to be a lot of heavily G1 stuff, but yeah, now it's just $10-ish stuff.
And now it's just...
Didn't it start off as Legends of Cybertron?
Yeah, there was that too. No, that was the PVC figures.
Oh.
I thought that was Heroes of Cybertron.
No, that was Heroes of Cybertron. Come up with new words. It's robots in disguise all over again. It's got 3 different distinct robots in disguise things. We need more new terms.
Bring back Scout Class. What was wrong with Scout Class for little things?
Scout was pretty good, and I feel like Prime RC in a fictional setting and Bumblebee sort of made that something that would have some awareness. I don't know. Price points.
Apparently in the US these guys are going to be called Titan Masters.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I imagine that's going to be used as the size class name too. Except at Target, where it'll still say Legends on the DCPI number, and you will have absolutely no way of knowing if the thing you're checking for obsessively is actually the thing you want, or if it's old backstock from 2 lines ago. And no, I'm not talking from personal experience. What gave you that idea?
Oh, Target. In the case of my Target, and, well, they might change it for the sake of, I guess they don't have to change the DCPI to charge you $2 more than any other Target is charging you. That can be done under the same code number.
Yeah, that's inventory management, not pricing.
Yeah, that's true. My Target is a jerk. So...
Does it equal jerk?
So I think the Titan Master's name is referring to just the little dudes.
Yeah.
The, like, headmasters, the heads, the little dudes, regardless of the size of their bodies. But yeah, those come with vehicles versus the bigger ones coming with an entire body. They look good. I like them. I'm excited.
I'm super psyched. Mostly because I was so unenthused by Combiner Wars.
Someday my stores might actually get them in. I was enthused by the aerial bots, and so Combiner Wars kind of ran its course on me pretty early.
Yeah, I would have been more excited if I hadn't gotten a G2 Bruticus like 2 years ago.
Yeah. I sold that because, I mean, now there's a better one. So, other news, we have Emmys. Yay! Transformers
Hooray.
people are Emmy Award winners again.
Yay.
I guess they're usually, I think Prime got an Emmy or 2.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
But Jeff Bennett, who is the voice of... Who is he on Rescue Bots? I haven't been watching that.
I believe he's the mayor.
I know it's a great show, but he was also, as I recall, Prowl from Transformers Animated. The Prowl who is not a huge jerk.
The only one who isn't a huge... Well, I guess the Owl's not that much.
Well, we don't know much about the Owl.
You don't know! You don't know. Owls can be huge jerks.
He plays several human roles on the show, including most prominently Mayor Lusky.
Yay! He got an Emmy for Rescue Bots, which is pretty great.
Yeah.
I should watch Rescue Bots. It's adorable, and I have nothing against it. I just, haven't gotten the impetus to actually go through it. So that's great for him. And the other one is that Frank Welker got a Lifetime Emmy Award, Lifetime Achievement.
Yeah.
So, which is pretty sweet.
You could say it's for doing Foley in every movie ever for every animal ever and doing a bajillion voice roles, but no, it's definitely including Transformers in there because the award was presented by Peter Cullen.
Yay! Those two are the best. They're the best frenemies. In this case, just being friends who play enemies.
Yeah.
They're really enemies in real life.
I'm imagining them doing a duet of My Nemesis from Phineas and Ferb.
But yeah, the Emmy is specifically for television work. And, of course he's been doing Freddy on Scooby-Doo for
forever.
Decades.
And Scooby since Don Messick died.
Yeah, which I wasn't aware of, but yeah, That's, I guess, not that surprising. Scooby's an animal, though he doesn't really make animal sounds. I know he was definitely pretty much every animal that ever showed up on Batman the Animated Series. He's Nibbler on Futurama, so he's done a lot of pretty, and he was a couple different characters on Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, so yeah, he's done plenty of TV work, but yeah, most notably recently has been the Transformers stuff, now that Transformers is a big thing that lots of people care about.
If you'd like to be impressed, look up Frank Welker doing animal Foley work for The Lion King on YouTube.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
He's incredible. And I think we mentioned before, he is the person who has had the highest total gross for movies that he's worked on.
Yes.
Yep.
Because he's just
everybody.
been in everything. Yes. So also for this holiday season, by which I mean June, Hallmark is going to be continuing their little Transformers ornament line with a Grimlock. As in previous years, it's very, it's basically a toy reproduction. But fortunately, Grimlock's toy, I think, was a lot more solid than, say, the original Optimus Prime toy, so...
Yeah.
It's pretty good. They did Megatron last year, didn't they?
Maybe?
Which seems just highly questionable all around, but, I guess when it's that small, you can make the toy gun. But yeah, we got Grimlock this year. It looks like a small G1 toy Grimlock.
Oh.
Do they actually transform, or are they just the one mode?
I believe they do transform. I know I saw the Optimus Prime one at my Hallmark 2 years ago, and yeah, it looked like it actually transformed. So they are basically just downsized actual toys.
Oh, that must have been annoying for the Megatron then. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Yeah,
I don't know how well that worked, but
it couldn't have worked worse than the world's smallest.
Yeah, man, that was definitely a thing. The world's smallest stuff. Though I was thinking that the Grimlock does look like a slightly bigger version of. If you just took a world's smallest Grimlock and put a little loop on top of him and hung him on your tree. There you go.
I love the sound wave from that line. Because he comes with the world's smallest Ravage.
Which is...
and it transforms!
Thus becoming the world's smallest Transformer of any kind.
It's so cute. Yeah, that sound wave was pretty great. Those were pretty neat little toys. They show up on eBay. So yeah, they're definitely fun little things. Other news, we have a friend of ours, Justin Severinson. He has done a Collectors Club story about Counterpunch, and he's cool. He's a good person. So is that one subscription locked?
No, I don't think they are anymore. Those are the ones. I didn't actually check it.
Good.
I mean, they are doing it to tie in with the subscription service releases, so...
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would think that they wouldn't want to subscription lock the fiction because, I mean, Transformers fiction at its core exists to sell toys.
Yes.
And why are you just trying to sell toys to people you've really basically already sold the toys to?
Well, we are talking about FunPub. So.
Yeah.
Say one thing and do something else.
Speaking of FunPub...
Speaking of FunPub saying one thing and doing something else, you know how they sold out of all those Transmetal 3 Megatrons at BotCon and everyone just was disappointed because they really wanted one and a lot of people who wanted one couldn't get one?
Yeah, gosh, I heard that those have been going for like $700-800 on eBay lately.
Oh, goodness.
Damn.
So... It sure would be sad for those people who paid $700 and $800 to know that there were more of them that FunPub was holding back.
Oh, that's not good.
Remind me what exclusive means again?
And this is actually this is a British convention, I believe. Yeah, because all the prices are listed in pounds. But yes, they're going to be selling some of those and some of the air razors at the Rollout Roll Call convention.
And pterosaurs, which apparently is like, well, I think that's what they get like for here with the pre-registration, I think. Something like that.
Ooh, that was the attendee toy?
Yeah,
or...
the pterosaur was the attendee toy, yeah. And it's apparently the attendee toy at this con too, which, okay, maybe they didn't sell out of it. I don't think they said they sold out of the pterosaurs.
Yeah, I mean, if they weren't technically selling the pterosaurs, then they couldn't sell out of them.
And the Aerosaur, just the Megatron is the weird one, because it's like, hey, we sold out of them! No, you didn't.
Yeah. I will say, I know there was that talk of somebody having bought 40 of those Megatrons at the show, and some debate as to who exactly that was. I've heard that there are some places that have shown up selling quantities of Megatrons, so yeah, that's dubious. Good job, guys. Good job.
Remember back when FunPub first picked up the license, and they didn't sell out of the first year's set, and Brian Savage swore that they would never discount the prices on the BotCon exclusive sets, because it was important that as a collector, your toys hold their value.
Yes.
I mean, not that I give a crap about that, but...
Yeah. Well, if you have any sense, I mean, there are certainly toys now that are worth money that were once on clearance shelves. It's not a matter of the short-term value. They're going to hold their long-term value a lot better if they're no longer available at retail 5 years from now.
Yeah, as an odd example, the Battle Unicorns that Big Bad Toy Store had for years were giving them away for low prices, and then they finally sold out of them, and then they became expensive.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it actually works here in the real world, is that as long as something is available at retail, it's not going to go up in value at all. Whereas if you discount it temporarily to the point where then it is no longer available at retail, that's when your prices go up. But, I mean, I don't trust him to understand actual economics. So, any other news?
No, it's been a light week. There's comics in the future coming out. We're getting what is it? Till All Are One?
Oh, yes, that is going to be showing up before long. And that's the Margaret Scott, I believe that was, the one that Sarah Petre Ducher is going to be, doing the art for. I think Newsarama, accidentally miscredited it as Alex Milne, but Alex Milne is quite busy drawing like 50 individual characters in a panel in More Than Meets the Eye, and so does not have time for a second book, no. I think that's corrected now, though.
It appears to be.
Yeah, also, I highly recommend following her on Tumblr because she just posts the most adorable fan art sometimes.
Oh yeah, cute little tailgates.
Or on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
Yes, on Tumblr and on Twitter. Yes, she had one where there was this gif of a squirrel grooming itself, and so she drew a gif of Tailgate grooming himself in the same style as that squirrel. It was pretty great. So yeah.
Why? How does he do that? He doesn't have a mouth. What is even he doing? It's so cute.
Also, well, he's got great big eyes, though.
Yeah.
Also, the Titans Return one-shot comic, which is apparently going to have writing credits by all 3 of the main Transformers series writers.
Oh?
And I imagine that is going to be the jumping on point to the big crossover, sort of like how Dark Cybertron had its own, couple issues.
Yeah. Oh, that means we're gonna get more Livio Ramondelli to catch up. Damn it.
No. That, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Is there going to be a big Titans Return crossover event? Have they announced that?
Well, I believe they have announced that there's going to be a small Titans Return crossover event.
Okay.
At most, like half the size of Dark Cybertron. I think it may
Dark
only
Cybertron
be...
was really big. The Combiner
I think
Wars
it may
crossover
only
was...
be...
How many issues? 6 something? Yeah.
6 sounds right.
This is
With
like
maybe
one
an issue
or...
that was kind of a prologue.
Yeah. And they didn't pull more than meets the eye into it. Except by taking away First Aid.
Yeah.
Much to Velocity's future chagrin. Huh? So adorable. So adorable. He's pretty adorable, speaking of big eyes.
I was wondering if it was going to be like the holiday special anthology, where it's just like 3 one-off stories that aren't necessarily related to each other.
I mean, I don't know how much I don't think they're going to cross over to the extent of Dark Cybertron, where basically it's all one story that's just running across all the different books. I think the different comics are going to keep their own stuff to a certain extent. It has been commented on that in More Than Meets the Eye, Nightbeat asked that if he was to die, that they follow the rites of a particular religious sect on Cybertron, in which the process is to keep their heads.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
Oh no, Nightbeat's gonna die in this arc.
Oh yeah, but then he'll come back.
Skids is gonna die. His head might. We'll see. Regardless, I think it's only going to be an issue or 2 per comic that's going to be part of the crossover, but there is this one standalone, and that is up for pre-order. If you are still one of those people who gets physical comic books, which many people are, now is the time to ask them to pre-order it. Of course, with the state of the market these days, it's really important to, especially for stuff like this, to push for pre-orders, because that's the only way the comic shop knows how many to order, and sometimes, especially comic shops that may still kind of turn up their noses at licensed stuff like Transformers, if you want to get it, it's a good idea to go ahead and ask for it.
Yeah.
So, that is our news for the week. So at this point, we will be bringing in our good friend Rob. Like I said, he joins us every week for the Stasis Pod podcast, where we all discuss a Beast Wars episode a week. Though soon we will be moving on to our home planet of Cybertron.
Yeah, we were discussing Beast Wars. We're technically done already. They just, last episode hasn't come out. We'll still be talking about it for bit as you hear it. Then
yes,
we move on to...
but for now the Beast Wars are over and we're moving on.
Revolution.
I can't help it. Alright, so, Rob.
Okay.
What's this G.I. Joe versus Transformers thing of which you speak?
Alright, well, this is a book that is, it's co-written by Tom Scioli and John Barber, and the artist is also Tom Scioli. from what I understand of the creative process, I think they basically, Tom Scioli kind of draws it, and then John Barber translates it into human language.
So it's kind of an old-fashioned Marvel method sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an old-fashioned Marvel method if Jack Kirby was possibly, if he had like an extra lobe of his brain.
Well, yeah. Well, isn't the entire concept of it basically like if Jack Kirby did the Transformers and G.I. Joe?
Well,
Yes.
Tom Scioli's thing is that he does very Kirby homage art. I mean,
Yes.
even before he got involved with Transformers, that was always his thing.
Yeah, before that he did Godland with Joe Casey, which was very like Jack Kirby, cosmic kind of thing.
Very New Gods.
Yes. And so up till now, so the Transformers encountered Earth, G.I. Joe dealt with them, and long story short, the entire Earth has been destroyed.
Okay.
Of course.
But G.I. Joe has survived in the form of an invasion force on Cybertron.
Wait, so has anybody else on Earth survived except for the Joes and Cobra?
No. The Earth is gone. It blew up.
Wow.
All right.
This is some Hitchhiker's Guide stuff going on here.
Oh yeah, this comic is completely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a mashup of 80s Transformers, 80s G.I. Joe, Jack Kirby, Jim Steranko, and long-term recreational substance abuse.
Yeah, it just out of context panels from it are amusing, but like the October Guard, who are all Halloween themed.
Yes, I love the October Guard.
Yeah, I like that as a single panel. I don't know how that would work in a comic that doesn't like drive you mad.
I mean, they don't turn up that much. So the October Guard, they're like the Russian counterpart of G.I. Joe. And usually, they're just kind of, G.I. Joes, but with the Russian accents.
Yeah.
But in this, they are an insane Halloween-themed team of monsters.
So weird.
They've
I realize it's a play on October, but still.
Yes, I mean, they've got a spaceship that's festooned with jack-o'-lanterns.
Oh, so good.
And there have been other crazy things in the comic, like aren't Destro and Megatron one and the same at this point or something?
Well, no, Destro is actually like a cyborg. He's not wearing a metal mask, that's his real metal head, because regular humans wouldn't survive transport on the space bridge.
Okay.
But also Cobra is actually an ancient organization dating back to the Garden of Eden.
Oh, right, I read that.
During which the serpent god Cobra La impregnated Eve.
Yeah, I read that part, and my brain refused to acknowledge.
I told you, this comic is amazing.
Cobra from Garden of Eden, and what? No, wait, what?
Yeah.
Was it consensual? What? What is going on in this toy comic?
Furries, apparently.
And yeah, we get there's an entire issue that's the origin of Destro in like medieval Scotland.
Well, okay, that is from the cartoon, and that's crazy, so I'm fine with that stuff.
But that's not
medieval
Destro,
Scotland, where he meets Cybertronians.
Okay, instead of having a Cthulhu in his basement.
Yes, and also fights Vikings, the leader of whom is the ancestor of Duke.
Oh, that's great.
It's Thor Falkenhauser. And also the ancestor of Hawk is there. And that's where he gets a special tomahawk that can chop through Transformer armor. And also Castle Destro is built on a spaceship.
Okay, that's fine.
And you see, it's not that, Destro isn't, how there's a line of Destros.
It's just the one Destro?
It's just the one guy from medieval Scotland who made himself immortal as a cyborg using Cybertronian technology.
Okay, the more you say this, the more it sounds like things you would hear as a child. Like, you'd hear some other child explain to you these toys, and they were wrong, because they read things and forgot sentences and just made up bullshit. And, wow.
It is an experience.
That sounds amazing.
It is amazing. I would recommend the trades, definitely. I mean, you have to be in the right frame of mind
Yes.
to read it.
A tall glass of water or something.
Yes. So the current issue mostly deals with the not a lot of Transformers in it, although the beginning and climax of the episode involve Megatron transforming Cybertron into Primus to devour the sun.
Oh.
Okay.
Which sun?
Our sun. Which, I mean, Earth's been destroyed. It's not like we're using it.
No.
I guess that's true.
Yes.
That's a good point.
There's some other planets still using it?
Well, I mean,
nobody's living on them.
Nobody's on those. Although, who knows? There very well may be Martians coming up later in this comic. or like those guys who lived on the moon of Titan.
Wait, what?
In the God Gambit.
Weren't there aliens in really late G.I. Joe?
Yeah, the Lunar Ticks.
Yeah.
Although I don't think they were from our... In fact, one of them is named Predacon, which is amusing.
Cool.
And then another one is from the Mertonian constellation, which is also mentioned in Generation 2 tech specs.
Oh.
Huh. Yeah, that sounds...
I assume there was some guy at Hasbro named Merton who they wanted to mess with. But anyway, yeah, so most of the issue deals with Duke and his half-brother Falcon, who he's usually, and they're both, G.I. Joe figures, but usually Falcon is not Duke's half-brother, but he is in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, not the live-action movie, but like the 80s.
Yeah, where he's Don Johnson.
Yes, where he's Don Johnson. And so there is a ton of references to that movie in this, including appearances by Big Lob, who was the guy who spoke entirely in sports metaphors and never got his own action figure.
Aww.
Wait, he didn't?
The club made one a couple years ago.
Oh, I thought there had
Big Lob makes his move. So it mostly deals with that and their history, and it actually handles the emotional stuff very well.
In the most Kirby way possible?
Well, yes, and it also takes and a lot of it is Falcon going through G.I. Joe boot camp, and there's a whole gag where he has to get his hair cut and get a uniform, and he gets to G.I. Joe, and it's just a bunch of guys in like basketball jerseys
with long hair and
non-standard beards and stuff. And also Quarrel shows up, who is a member part of Action Force.
Oh,
ooh.
She was like a blonde repaint of Scarlet.
Neat.
Well, yeah, because he has to keep coming up with more characters because he keeps killing a bunch of them off.
A bunch of characters do get killed off. I believe in the last issue, Skidmark, I think, who was a G.I. Joe, gets eaten by Megatron.
Skidmark.
Yeah, no, Skidmark. Like, he's a guy who drives a car or some sort of vehicle.
Still, that's right up there with Discharge as a character name.
Yes.
It's bad.
But yeah, Megatron is just eating people.
Great. As he's known for.
Wait, is that
But how many people are there?
Well, he's like members of G.I. Joe, so obviously it's a rare delicacy.
Okay.
Yeah. Was that the same issue that the Dreadnoks were serving dinner?
Yes, they captured Roadblock, and he made because he's a cook, they made him cook for them. But then he poisoned the Dreadnoks, and so, at least I guess it's just Torch who gets poisoned, who dies by projectile vomiting blood.
Okay.
Oh, and also I guess they killed Wild Bill because Zartan replaced him.
Aww.
Zartan's got to replace somebody.
And also, it takes a lot from the Larry Hama comics as well, because Cobra Commander's son Billy is in this.
Huh.
And also he's a cyborg.
Okay.
And, also in this episode, or I keep saying episode, this issue we see the Keeper from old Jeff Sr. Simon Furman comics.
Oh, right, the crazy guy in the robe who shouts things.
Yes, and that's totally what he does. And yes, he tells them the story of the Makers.
That's pretty much what he does in G1.
Yes, except in this case, the living transforming world created by the Makers of the universe was Diacharon.
Oh, right. Didn't it mix in
Clever.
a bit of the quintessons or something in there?
There's a bit of quintessons. There's a bunch of Diachron. Oh, and there's another bit where a couple issues back, Scarlet is in a Cobra mental hospital, and they're trying to convince her that she's insane.
Okay.
And that the Transformers are actually a toy line created by a company named Hasbro, and by three guys named Cy, Bert, and Ron.
Oh. Okay, yeah, this is sounding more and more like I should read the trades, but I'm going
It's
to
so
need
good.
so much alcohol at the same time.
I mean, I read it stone sober, and I enjoy it.
I can imagine, but it's different from everything else.
Oh, it's different from everything. I mean, no toy comic like this has ever been produced. I mean, even, I'm pretty sure Jack Kirby did some comics for Super Powers in the 80s.
Yeah, I think so.
But, those are pretty, that's standard Kirby. This is, I'm deliberately being as insane as possible Kirby.
Yeah.
And it's a fun book. It comes out somewhat intermittently because, it's just one guy writing and drawing it all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good read. I think there are probably 2 trades out now.
Okay.
But, there are only 11 issues out. Plus, there were a couple, free comic book day specials.
Yeah, I'm just still surprised it's an ongoing.
I know. I thought, okay, it's another miniseries. We've had a bunch of G.I. Joe vs. Transformers minis, and they've been of varying degrees of quality.
Yeah, and W for a lot of licensed comics that aren't Transformers. I don't know how Ghostbusters does, but Godzilla is like a series of miniseries. The longest one I think was 25 issues. Yeah, 25.
And usually when it's something versus something, it's a miniseries, like Batman versus Ninja Turtles, which is ongoing right now.
Yeah.
Superman versus aliens. Superman
Yes.
versus Predator.
Predator versus Aliens versus Terminator.
Yes.
Versus Ash versus
the
Fred
90s.
versus Jason versus the Critters versus Ghoulies
versus Dull Man versus Demonic Toys.
With
this, we may have the longest ongoing G.I. Joe franchise currently.
I actually think IDW's comics, there's the one that's continuing on from where the Larry Hama comics ended.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Regeneration 1, except it's still going. And I don't think it has, a set end point. And also people seem to like it, so it's probably better than Regeneration 1.
Well, isn't it Larry Hama writing it again?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
and Regeneration 1 was Simon Furman writing it.
Well, yeah, I know, but by that point, Simon Furman had already done even more better stuff in the what do you call it, the escalations and things?
Escalation, infiltration.
Yeah.
I think the issue wasn't that Simon Furman had done better stuff, it's that Simon Furman had done worse stuff.
Yes.
I love Simon Furman, but I think that my old metaphor that I used to throw out, that he was the Chris Claremont of Transformers comics, continues to stand, and that his recent stuff really does not hold up the same as his older stuff.
Yeah. Although thankfully he's not quite as weird as Chris Claremont.
At least with him it's not about weird fetishes.
Yeah, nobody is getting mind controlled and put in bondage gear in Generation 1.
It's just some verbal tics.
Yeah.
Well, just as Claremont has.
Yeah.
Well, Claremont's more about accents. Furman's like,
and also, the focused totality of my psychic powers.
Yeah.
I still love that there is a podcaster whose name is a Furmanism.
Which one?
Kieran Sheak.
So yeah, G.I. Joe vs. Transformers, it is the nuttiest thing ever associated with either franchise, and I can't believe that Hasbro is generally cool with it coming out.
Well, they are cool with it because there's 2 to 3 other comics also coming out with Transformers.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I think they're pretty open at this point to just letting people letting the art exist for the sake of the art.
Yes, they did allow a large screen movie to come out with giant robot testicles, so...
They have allowed gay robot marriage.
That's true, and they seem pretty cool with it, which is nice.
They had it in a slideshow.
Yeah,
they had it in their slideshow for their investors at Toy Fair.
Yeah.
Also, they don't seem to care nearly as much about G.I. Joe as they do about Transformers.
Well, yes, also that.
Yeah.
Well, that's because nobody else cares about G.I. Joe. If the toy buying public did care about it, they would also care about it.
Yeah.
But they kind of don't. Because,
I'll link in the post on my, an article that I wrote for the local alternative paper.
The Columbus Free Press.
Yes, maybe a year and a half ago, basically when it started becoming obvious that G.I. Joe was not a viable brand anymore, and I think that has a lot to do with just American attitudes, just changing attitudes towards military intervention and military activity. So.
Yeah, this is, I'm sure Hasbro would like G.I. Joe to do well. I mean, it's, a big part of their company's history.
Yeah.
But at this point, I don't think they would mind if something else took its place.
Yeah.
Like if Mask or Humanoids or something became as popular as G.I. Joe used to be.
I mean, I'm sure the bottom line doesn't matter, but I'm sure there must be a lot of, a lot of sentiment towards the brand.
Yeah.
It's like the family silver at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the good China is what's making them all the money. Well, I guess somebody else's good China, Star Wars, is making them all the money.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing they do own that does make a ton of money is Transformers.
Yeah.
And the ponies.
Oh
yeah, I guess they do own the ponies too.
They own Transformers, they own the ponies, and then look at how much they actually own of Lucasfilm.
Oh, that's true. And I guess they own all the board games they do, which probably do okay.
Oh, yeah, those are evergreen.
Yeah, Hasbro Games is a suitably big deal, but, they owned, 10% of Lucasfilm as of the Episode 1 era.
So then, does that mean that they sold that part to Disney as well, or?
No.
Oh.
Disney owns 90% and Hasbro owns 10%.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
They must be making cash hand over fist.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Pumping out all those Ray toys that we can't find on shelves.
I mean, that just means they're selling.
Yeah.
All right, and thank you very much, Rob. So that's it for us this week. I would like to let our listeners know that I will be guesting on the much larger than ours Radio Free Cybertron podcast this week. That should be episode 468, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's a lot of episodes.
That is a lot of episodes. Did they reset their numbering when they came back, or did they continue the original numbering?
I would have to guess with that high a number that they probably didn't, but it's a good question. I am not certain. But yes, if you do not already listen to that one, I would, suggest giving that a listen. Otherwise, we will all be back here next week with whatever has happened in the meantime. So until then, this has been Jen.
And Alex.
And David.
Yay!
Else, or should we just introduce yourself, Rob? This is Rob.
I'm Rob. You may know me from such podcasts as Stasis Pod, the Beast Wars podcast.
Yes. He's here to report on.
Thanks for being here, Rob.
Thank you.
The G.I. Joes and the Transformers.
Yes, I am the only guy you know who reads Transformers vs. G.I. Joe, the ongoing fever dream from IDW Comics.
Yeah.
Well, you're the only guy we know who regularly talks to us about it.
Yes.
Or regularly talks to us and does.
Because if you read this book, you couldn't not talk about it.
Kind